Wait, wait, may Allah bless your mother with a long life. I promise, if you watch this full video, you'll really enjoy it, swear to Allah. Please, just one time, watch it all, and don't forget to give the video a like. Please, please. The story begins in a remote, forgotten village where time seems to have stopped. At the very center of this village stands an ancient stone well, cracked, broken, and covered in moss. No one uses it anymore, yet no one dares to remove it. Even during daylight, the well feels out of place, like a wound in the earth that never healed. The land around it is barren, refusing to grow grass or flowers, as if nature itself rejects the spot. Villagers avoid walking past it. Children are warned never to go near it, and elders lower their voices when its name is mentioned. As the sun sets, the well becomes something more than stone and shadow. It becomes a presence. The air around it grows colder, heavier, suffocating. Birds refuse to fly over it, and animals panic when dragged near. Generations have grown up fearing the well without fully knowing why. It is not just an object. It is a reminder of something terrible buried deep beneath the village. Something unfinished. Something waiting. Over the years, terrifying rumors surround the old well. Some villagers claim they hear crying at night, soft at first, then desperate, echoing from deep underground. Others swear they hear whispers calling their names, promising relief, forgiveness, or answers. Shepherds passing late at night say their animals suddenly freeze, staring at the well as if hypnotized. A few claim the well splashes with water even though it has been dry for decades. The most horrifying rumor is that anyone who looks too long into the well sees their own reflection, smiling back with eyes that do not blink. Several villagers have disappeared without a trace. No bodies, no blood, just silence. Elders believe the well takes those who grow too curious, feeding on their fear. The rumors spread, turning fear into belief, and belief into living terror. The main character is a young man who grew up in the city, far away from superstition and village myths. He returns to the village only to sell his inherited ancestral home. To him, the stories about the well are nothing more than exaggerated folklore. He believes fear is created by ignorance. The villagers' warnings only spark his curiosity. Why fear a well? Why protect it instead of destroying it? Every night, he finds himself staring toward it, feeling something he cannot explain, an invisible pull. Despite repeated warnings, he decides to uncover the truth. That decision marks the beginning of his descent. Late one night, he approaches the well with a flashlight. The village is silent, too silent. As he steps closer, the temperature drops unnaturally. His breath becomes visible in the air. He hears a whisper, his name. When he peers inside the well, the beam of light vanishes into darkness. Suddenly, he feels watched. A faint ripple appears at the bottom. His heart races. Then, something touches his shoulder. He turns. Nothing. He leaves shaken. But now fear has awakened curiosity into obsession. An old man finally reveals the truth. Decades ago, during a famine, villagers believed a sacrifice would save them. A child, or woman, was thrown alive into the well as an offering. As the victim fell, they screamed curses, promising never to rest, never to forgive. The famine ended shortly after, but the well was never the same. Late one night, he approaches the well with a flashlight. The village is silent, too silent. As he steps closer, the temperature drops unnaturally. His breath becomes visible in the air. He hears a whisper, his name. When he peers inside the well, the beam of light vanishes into darkness. Suddenly, he feels watched. A faint ripple appears at the bottom. His heart races. Then, something touches his shoulder. He turns. Nothing. He leaves shaken. But now fear has awakened curiosity into obsession. An old man finally reveals the truth. Decades ago, during a famine, villagers believed a sacrifice would save them. A child, or woman, was thrown alive into the well as an offering. As the victim fell, they screamed curses, promising never to rest, never to forgive. The famine ended shortly after, but the well was never the same. The moment the truth of the well is spoken aloud, the village begins to change, as if something buried has finally been disturbed. Nights grow unnaturally long, and darkness seems thicker, heavier. Around the well, the air never stops moving, even when the rest of the village is silent. Some nights, a black mist rises slowly from the stone opening, pulsing like a living breath. The main character starts losing sleep. He is haunted by the same recurring dream, falling endlessly into darkness while distant screams echo around him. At the bottom of the fall, a pale face emerges from the water, watching, waiting, smiling. He wakes up drenched in sweat, his ears ringing with a whisper that feels far too real. "You remembered us." Animals across the village begin to behave strangely. Cows stop giving milk. Dogs sit facing the well, whining softly before falling silent. Birds vanish completely. Fear spreads like a sickness, feeding the unseen presence below. The villagers slowly realize that what was once trapped by time and silence is now fully awake. The evil in the well is no longer dormant. It is growing stronger, nourished by fear. At dawn, a scream tears through the village. A man who lived closest to the well is found dead near its edge. His body is ice cold, but his face is frozen in pure terror, as if death came only after he witnessed something impossible. His eyes are wide open, yet completely empty, drained of life. Dark, damp handprints cover his arms and chest, smeared with moss and wet soil, as though something pulled him toward the well. The most disturbing detail is his lips, twisted into a faint smile, the same unnatural smile described in the village rumors. Panic erupts. This is no longer superstition or folklore. Mothers lock their children indoors. Men stand guard with tools and weapons that suddenly feel useless. No one knows where to strike, because the enemy does not belong to the living world. The main character is consumed by guilt. He understands no. There is no escape anymore. The main character finally accepts what the villagers denied for generations. The evil in the well was not born, it was created. It was shaped by cruelty, injustice, and the deliberate decision to bury the truth. Through old records, prayers, and whispered confessions of the elders, he learns that the spirit cannot be destroyed, but it can be weakened, bound again, if the village confronts its sin. The curse survives because the crime was never acknowledged. Fear made the evil powerful. Silence gave it time. He realizes that the only way forward is to speak the truth aloud, to accept responsibility for the sacrifice that was made, and to stop pretending it never happened. The main character knows the final night is coming. Either the well will be sealed forever, or the village will be. During a stormy night, the well erupts with screams and shadows. The main character stands before it, reciting prayers and speaking the truth. The evil fights back. The ground shakes. Then, silence. The well collapses inward. Morning arrives. The village feels lighter. People believe it's over. But deep beneath the rubble, water ripples. The evil sleeps. It does not die.